I'm glad to introduce my friend here, Anthony. Anthony Cook is a geostatistician with extensive experience in resource estimation and mine operations, both open pit and underground. His experience spans a range of precious metals deposits across diverse geological settings, including alluvial, supergene oxide, and in-situ hard rock mineralisation. Previously, Anthony was the product manager for Supervisor, one of Datamine's leading geostatistics programs, where he applied in his depth technological knowledge to improve data analysis tools for the industry. Now, as VP Geology, he leads the joint strategy for Datamine Geology's project with a focus on enhancing interoperability. That was the word that got me last year, and you keep it in here. I'm going to take this word out. Anthony remains committed to drive innovation, applying advanced techniques, and empowering clients through knowledge transfer and lasting operational improvements. Please join me welcoming my friend Anthony.
It really is a pleasure to be standing here again and thanking you all for coming along. So many familiar faces, at least the ones I can see without my glasses on. So it is an event that we really love to put on, and it's something that we hope to continue to do and grow into the future as well. Ultimately, we're here not just to hear from us, but to hear from yourselves and the presenters that we've managed to bring together today. And we are always looking for you to continue to put your hand up, present in front of your peers at what this event is, hopefully, to you, something of value and something of interest that we can continue to build every year. But today I wanted to open with just some thoughts and some comments. And when I was thinking about what I should present today, there's a few areas that, as Datamine, we have some, I suppose you could say we're in a bit of a privileged position in how we get to see the industry. Because as Jono mentioned, we're not just geology. We're across all of the mining value chain, whether it's early exploration, all the way through to the geology, production, operations, even reconciliation and metals trading space. We have products in that space, we have clients in that space, and it gives us the ability to really reflect at a very close and personal level on just how our clients are interacting with the tools that they have, the tools that they get from us, and the tools which are being created at an unprecedented rate with new technologies and new options available. And there's a few main things which I wanted to touch on today, those being just some observations that more than ever, with the digitization of our mine sites, we have this broad range of data that we're collecting across disconnected systems, disconnected products, and across different vendors as well. And we don't see that as a bad thing per se, but it is an opportunity for us to do better. And I don't think I really need to say that across all of this, we have deeper, more complex ore bodies, increasing regulations. We're seeing revisions on just how much we're supposed to be communicating. We had some discussions about risk as well. We know that risk always needs to be captured and communicated as one of the most important things for us as geologists to communicate both to our teams, our corporate board, and to the industry itself. So I'm going to touch on a couple of these things this morning. And the first one that I'll mention is this. And it's my view that to really unlock the value that we have already, we need to move from these individual fragmented tools to integrated systems. And I use that word system specifically. If we look at the definition, which is the easiest way, it's that set of things working together as part of an interconnecting network. So if we, as a vendor of many products, can't provide this, I think that we can do better. And that's been a huge focus for us over the past 2 years. And we've been developing our tools and aligning our products so they can be more and more able to deliver this concept of a fully connected software system. And one of the core reasons that we're looking at is very quite simple. We believe that with a proper system of products, a proper suite of tools that really do interact with each other, that send data to each other either behind the scenes or we make those processes easier, we can halve, in many cases, the issues that you get that comes along with those challenges. Things like manual data handling, the errors that get introduced, working on the wrong file, sending it to the wrong person, not being able to find the thing that you need, not knowing that the thing that you need is available. And that is really, aside from brand new tech or new tools, this is an area that we think that is extremely important. So when we look at what we are providing, we're not just looking at the tools themselves, we're looking at the people that we're providing them for. And we're creating this focus around how we're aligning our tools and how we're delivering them to market, focused on those people in those roles. In particular, we're looking at mine geologists, resource geologists, managers, and consultants. We have the full breadth of tools that these people need to get all of their jobs done. And we believe that by delivering them the full solutions that they need across all of the jobs that they need to do, that we can tick every box and provide an environment that is going to achieve those improvements that I mentioned earlier. So to this end, we're focusing on how we're delivering full solutions or full suites of our solutions, providing all of these tools which are being created, that we're acquiring, that we're developing, in a space that allows you to use the tools that you need to for the jobs that those tools need to be used for, while working together and allowing the data created in one tool to easily be seen in another one. For mine geologists, these are the range of tools that we see cover end-to-end all the jobs that need to be done. And for resource geologists, the same way. We have the leading, if not the second leading tools in all of these spaces for these jobs to be done. And so it makes sense for us to be able to provide them to you. And we're working on delivering this in a new way. Currently, we're rolling it out to customers via invitation, but if you would like an invitation, please talk to Jono. And we think that we can be extremely competitive in this space and save you money. A core backbone to how we're delivering this in terms of interoperability is MineTrust. Again, we've been developing this over the past 2 years and we're rolling it out now. This is a data lake system that allows you to connect your mosaic of different technology systems, different products, all innately or natively across the Datamine tools, but also with some ability to integrate with your third-party files that are created. It's being built so that it has flexible hosting options, whether on-prem or hosted by us. Its focus is being able to connect people within the same teams or between teams such as geology and planning and engineering. It has all of the first grade tools that you would expect from a data management platform, such as version control, the ability to lock or check in and check out files. And we're building a web portal which allows you to see all the files that you have available and when they're updated, along with future developments in some of the things that you'd expect. And I won't go into those today, but it's looking good. Like I mentioned, we're looking at connecting all of those teams together, whether it's the data acquisition, the modeling side, whether it's the scheduling or design or operations. We understand that there's multiple customers to the files that you create, both in your teams and downstream. And our focus within our portfolio is to be able to connect those teams together, again, so that we're not sending files to the wrong place and that we're not working on the wrong files and that we're always using a single source of truth. So to give you an idea of what this looks like, this is from a presentation that I gave at the recent conference at the breakfast that we hosted. And it's talking about what I refer to as the mining data stream. The mining data stream is the flow of information across the mining value chain. So you'd all be fairly familiar with the mining value chain. It's those jobs and those products that make up those tasks that need to be done. And the rough order is generally given, as you can see here. So just looking at one part of this mining value chain, we have your typical data acquisition, modeling, and then the resource estimation space. And when we talk about the data stream and how we're trying to connect not just the products, but the processes, we're talking about the typical databases that you'd be familiar with, your SQL databases. Ours is Fusion, but whichever one it is. This is where we connect our drilling data, our assay data, in some cases our photography or our other captured geological data. And on the back of that is what we have for our non-structured data types. So these are all the things which don't fit into a SQL database. And that's why we built MineTrust, to really flesh out the complete data stream backbone that we have here. And by connecting our products to this data stream, whether they're inputs from our data sources, either directly into Mapper in some cases, or straight into the databases themselves, we can have each of these products linking to the databases and back out of them so that the inputs are managed, they can be automated, and it continues all the way down the stream. Building on top of this also allows us to implement more complex and comprehensive systems where we focus on the reporting side of things and the governance, as well as opening us up for the ability to access some of the more recent and modern tools that we can run on the cloud. So these are cloud-hosted compute frameworks, being able to work off-premises effectively. All of this is only possible if you have a data stream which manages the files and allows you to do it. Otherwise, it becomes an administrative nightmare for your data. And in doing this, I think it's good to reflect that we're extremely good at mining dirt, finding the precious minerals within the rocks themselves. But in the same way, data mining is that process of taking your precious value from the data that you have and mining it and extracting it so that it provides value to you. I posit that we should be more than just mining companies, but we should be data companies as well. We've seen what is possible when we work in this space, and I think that it's only going to continue going forwards. So, to copy what Jono mentioned, this is not just a geology strategy, but it is a full portfolio strategy. Obviously, my focus is in the geology space, but it's with careful consideration of who else we work with in the industry, both on our own sites and across peers and consultancies, etc. I guess this slide isn't just to show off how many buildings that we have around the world. It's a reflection of our commitment to be local to your teams, to have within those time zones people that speak those languages and can interact directly and assist in the places that you operate. We're the broadest network out of any vendor in this space, and I think it is, again, just a reflection of where we want to position ourselves alongside our customers. Today, we also have a couple of guests. Unfortunately, our guests from Mine Vision Systems haven't made it here today. If any of you were here last year, you'll remember that I had to show a video because I got held up in the airport. And as such, I've been banned from traveling immediately before this event. Well, unfortunately, they didn't get the same memo. Maybe they've been taught this lesson now, but they're hopefully going to be here in the afternoon so you can see the unit. But one thing that Datamine strives to do is also look to the industry, not just inwardly, in where things are moving. And where possible, we partner with technology providers that work in spaces that we don't have strengths in. We've got a presentation today from Bryce from Augment. You'll see him around somewhere. But for us, it's a big focus on how we can take these steps of innovation quicker, bring them to market faster so that you're not waiting 6 years for us to develop a tool in this space if it already exists. And that's very important to us. We are setting up something of a technology corner. I believe it's outside over there. So during the breaks, please do pop over. Like I mentioned, we were trying to have the Mine Vision system set up so you could see how we're really changing the way that data capture is done live at the face, georeferenced directly onto 3D meshes. But unfortunately, we'll see how we go. Of course, we've got Studio Geo set up. It's our new flagship modeling tool. And we have visitors from our Peru office who have put together a pretty awesome, I suppose, alpha build of a Datamine macro writer. So this leverages OpenAI so that you can use natural language to help write, understand, correct, troubleshoot your macros. And as Jono mentioned, this is something that we're looking forward to being able to provide as part of the tools, and something that we think allows people to get more value out of some of the most powerful parts of our products. So I think I'll leave it there. I'm not much of a quotes person, but I took a crack at it. And that's to say that, in my opinion, being data companies, our richest resource may not just be underground, but in how we connect and explore the data that we already have. Thank you.